Oh, I guess we're going.
We're going.
Let's do it. Yeah. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all of the interwebs. My name has been every day on this channel. I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. We shine flashlights around here. That's another thing we do. If you like money in crypto, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And also, guys, we got like 7,000 people in here right now, like crazy amount of people for a kickoff. You all must have seen my Ethereum video last night. We got out the cucarachas, and then you come to see me. After all week you've been telling me, oh, you are wrong with your prediction. Now you come running back to me. Well, I'm going to give you an offer you can't refuse. Smash that like button. You cannot refuse to do that. If you do, that will be insubordination, and we don't put up with that here on the channel. Today's stream... brought to you by water. All right, guys, we got a big show today. Big show today. Ethereum is pumping, absolutely killing it. We're going to be taking a look at a lot of interesting things. We're going to be taking a look at PancakeSwap today. We're going to be taking a look at the hottest spot in DeFi right now and how this is absolutely leading to Binance Coin itself pumping up. We're also going to be taking a look at Bitcoin that is cooling off a little bit. We're going to be giving you some price targets, what you should be looking for, but I'm excited because I think we about to get some sideways action. And you know what I like? Sideways. I love it sideways. Do you love it sideways? I know y'all love it sideways. So guys, we're going to be taking a look at BlackRock, the biggest fund in the world. Talking about getting into cryptocurrency. There's a lot more money to go is what I would tell you here on this bull run. Let's go ahead and get started here with Market Watch. Of course, guys, as always, 529,000 subscribers. It will not be but about another week, and we will be ahead. We'll be the number one crypto YouTuber by like 100,000 or so subscribers. Guys, also, I need the BitSquad here. I need the BitSquad. There's a few of these guys right here. This guy right here, Graham Stephan. He's got 2.9 million subscribers. Graham, WTF, dude? Why am I not on your show? Why are you not on my show? That's one of them. Then I got this other guy, and I'm going to start calling these guys out in videos. Why are they not on my channel? Andre, I don't know why you spell your name so weird. Oh, no offense if your name is Andre and it's spelled like that, but come on this channel. Let's go. We'll talk about it. We ain't got to talk about your name, okay? We can talk about, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and then you got old Sheldon Evans.
Why don't you go drop a comment, and then everybody can go like it?
Oh, yeah, that's what I should do. Where should I put that? On one of their videos?
Pick one of them. Yeah, Graham, I guess.
Graham, let's go to Graham's. Okay, so if you go to Graham's page, if you click here on Graham Stephan, you go to his last video here, you guys will see that I made a comment here. Day 17 of asking you to come on my show. Well, I messed it up there. Day 17. Now, my wife said, you've been doing this 16 days in a row, now 17? I said, no, honey, I just picked a random number. But it doesn't matter. And notice this, guys. People think that he doesn't like me. People think Graham doesn't like me, even though he showed me on his video one time. Because, look, he hearted his own comment. We know Graham loves him. I love me some me, so I can relate. And then Fuzzy, he loved Fuzzy. But poor BitBoy, 186 likes on the comment and 10 replies. And Graham didn't come and heart it. Come give me the heart, Graham. Give me the heart. Come on the show. This is ridiculous, guys. It's ridiculous that there's these other YouTubers, these other large financial YouTubers are coming into our world of cryptocurrency, and they're wanting to educate their audience on Bitcoin crypto, but they're just leaving out the biggest cryptocurrency channel. So, guys, go in the comments on all three of these guys' videos every single day. Go subscribe to their channels and hit that bell notifications just so we can go straight into pounding them into submission until they come on my channel. Pound them into submission. I will not rest until they are on this channel. These are our next. We're already number one in crypto. We're coming for these guys. But we're always friendly when we pass you. We will always tell you did a great job up until that point. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get into the markets here. Let's get into the markets. Enough about that. Bitcoin, $51,760. Ethereum, $1,911. Eduardo says, a super chat, love the content, Ben. You can do a follow-up on Algorand. The staking rewards are awesome. TJ, guys, big announcement. I let TJ come back.
Hey, I made it back.
He made it back. Speaking of backs, how is your back feeling, TJ?
It is feeling much better today. Thanks to Dr. Deb.
Oh, Dr. Deb. Hey, what I want to tell you, though, TJ, is Steven was manning the controls yesterday, and I think the people liked Steven. I'm just saying, they liked his answer to some questions.
Yeah? What questions?
Should I get the Lambo? And Steven said, yes.
Well, and this is something I've been wanting to correct, because I keep saying you can't get the Lambo. I've never said that.
Yeah.
I've always said we can get the Lambo. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, when.
When.
Well, and you know what my only response to that is it's 11:23. What time? You know?
Soon. It's just we got to do other stuff first. We'll get there.
Like drink water. We love drinking water on the show. One of our favorite things to do, drinking water.
Okay,
so guys, look at the overall cryptocurrency markets. Earlier today, this was sitting at $1.6 trillion, an all-time high for market cap. 24-hour volume is down significantly. Now, why is this down? I think the reason why the overall volume is down right now is because a lot of people have got some price targets for Bitcoin, which we'll talk about a little later on. But it looks like we could be coming into some sideways action. And I think what we're going to see is a lot of this money flowing back into Ethereum. We've already seen altcoins run. We've seen a lot of stuff happening. But I definitely think that what is going to happen here is Ethereum is about to get a big run up. We're going to look at some of that on some charts here momentarily. But when we look at some of the biggest winners of the day, Pancake Swap. Now, we're going to get back to Pancake Swap here in just a little bit. Venus XVS, I have no idea what that is. Binance Coin, related to Pancake Swap. There's a reason why Binance Coin is pumping. Bancor, Phantom, Huobi Token, CRO, Polygon, which the Matic rebrand. A lot of these definitely having good days.
That's a lot of exchange tokens. Voyager, Crypto.com, Huobi, Binance, PancakeSwap. That's like 5 out of the top 10.
It is. And we're going to explain to you why we have now, in our 1K to 10K challenge, why we are now in an exchange token. We'll be telling you about that here in just a little bit. And also another coin we've divested into would be one that has to do with a pretty hot topic going on around these days. I think there could be some good moments there. So in our 1K to 10K challenge, we are officially up after our Frontier purchase yesterday, and it went up dramatically. We did take some profits for the 1K to 10K challenge because you got to diversify your portfolio. That's the whole goal of this challenge, is to keep diversifying until we got enough coins to really make a good run. So we're going to be showing you guys exactly what we did on that, the coins that we've now gotten into on top of Frontier. And guys, I want to, since we are sitting here right now, APY Finance. You guys know we are very bullish on, I know. Matthew Tanner has a super chat, and this is a very important question because I did not address this. He said, just wondering why you paid gas fees for Front when you can get it for free on Binance. And here's the reason. Very aware I could have done that. Now, I did not realize that Front is on KuCoin. If I would have known that, then I wouldn't have taken the gas fees, and that's why the two coins that we've moved some of our Front into now are both on KuCoin. Like I said, we'll be talking about it later, but I don't think it's fair for me to use a Binance.com account when Americans can't, if you've KYC'd or from now on, you can't go in and get one. I do have access to a Binance.com account, is what I'll say. And I don't think that's fair for the challenge because people can't reproduce that. And that's why I paid the gas fees not knowing that it was on KuCoin. I wish I would have known that. But I want to talk about APY Finance here for a minute. So funny story, APY Finance actually reached out to me last night. I don't have the email here, but it was a member of their team. And you know what they said? They said, oh, hey, Ben, thank you so much for the coverage. That was really, so great. But by the way, how did you find all that info? They literally did that. I haven't told you that, DJ, did I?
No, that's funny.
Yeah, they reached out. They said, how did you find out about all this stuff? It's like, I mean, hey, Charles ain't the only husky guy around with some birdies, okay?
Some little birdies.
Them little birdies, man. I can wear a garden shirt like the best of them, okay? I'll have a crow landing on my shoulder.
Let's try to recreate that picture. That'd be fun.
We have to recreate that.
That'd be awesome.
Oh my God, that would be so funny. But yeah, so anyways, the point is they contacted me and they said like, hey, how did you find all this out? Who put this on your radar? I'm like, apparently Lark is invested in it. I think Lark's invested in it. Lark talked about it a little bit on his channel, I think. And to be clear, I was not in on a private sale on APY. All this information came to me, and that's why we did the video.
It feels like we're the only ones who weren't in the private sale.
It does feel like we're the only ones that weren't in on. We don't like doing private sales, by the way. There's kind of this thing like you invest in these projects and they want you to cover them and stuff, and it's just like kind of a weird model. We don't. If we do one, it's because we really, really believe in it. So I think this actually may have came across my eyes at some point, but I don't get in every single thing that comes across. But now wishing I would have known all this stuff on the front end. But yesterday, let me go to CoinGecko and pull it up. I want you guys what happened yesterday on APY Finance. Because a lot of people, I actually went into the Telegram last night and were addressing a couple things. Because, the big assumption is that, when there's a gigantic dip in the price, which there was a gigantic dip yesterday, that, I'm selling off my APY Finance or something. We're not selling off any APY Finance. If you really look at what's going on with this one, with us not being invested in the private sale to get like the absolute best rates to where we would have already made a killing on it or whatever, like there's no reason for us to do that. So we're not doing that. Now, I definitely addressed it yesterday in the Telegram group. There was a large whale who sold off in this range right there and actually dumped the price from $3.68 all the way down to $2.64, which was like a 50% drop. From the peak, I think people were saying it was a 75% drop, but I don't see that number looking here, so I don't know. But it was a huge move, and a lot of people were freaking out. And this is what I'll say about this, guys, is when you have these newer projects that are going to be blue chippers, you're going to have people that come in on the front end with the private sales, and they want the liquidity, and they sell, and that's just a fact of life. But look at the chart, though. Since that happened, it has been climbing back. Now it's back up to about $3.21. What these people want you to do back here in this range is they want you to sell because that triggers, just like we were looking at F2 Pool yesterday and their sell-offs of Ethereum. They sell and then people panic sell and then it comes to a bottom and they're able to buy more. These people were able to sell right here and push the price down. Price goes back up and then gets pushed down again and they can buy back in down here. So just something to keep in mind, guys. When we talk about these are longer term, we don't mean forever. I'm not going to own APY Finance in 12 years from now. I seriously doubt that. I don't know if it'll be around. It might. I don't know. Crypto might be totally different by then. What I mean by that is like through this bull run, I think this is going to be a blue chipper. I do believe Frontier is a blue chipper. These are two can't miss projects. And so we are invested. We're going to stay invested. We are not looking for positions. We don't have sell orders set. We're not trying to get out of these by any chance. Maybe if it goes up to like $100, I might look to make some profits or something like that. But right now where it is, so much more potential, especially if you kind of look what's going on with Aave and the top ones. Rozzy says, plot twist, BitBoy Crypto is loading up on Voyager token and won't cover it until he's done. Yeah, I don't know. We might talk about Voyager token down the road. Do you think, this is from Josh Perry, $5, do you think the whales bad actor miners have the ability to break the bull run permanently? Thinks absolutely. Yeah, they certainly do. They certainly have the ability to do that because if you look at the amount of holdings they have for Bitcoin, they said that they have still 90% of their Bitcoin. If they, F2 Pool does, if they really want to crash the entire market, they could. Now, keep in mind, it will recover and it would bounce and it would get up to higher than it's ever been before. And then at that point, they could manipulate the price down because they wouldn't have, the amount needed to manipulate the price. So what I think you guys got to keep in mind is there's no incentive for them to do that because if they did that, then that means that the current, unless F2 Pool says, you know what, we're going to totally get out of Bitcoin. We're going to sell all of our Bitcoin at one time. We're going to dump the price and close down all our mining rigs. And, there are people mining at home that are involved in F2 Pool. It's not just their giant Chinese warehouses that they have full of miners. That's the majority. But, you can join the F2 Pool to my understanding. I'm not a miner, but I do think that's the way it works. There's no motivation. There's no incentive for them to do it. But that is where it gets a little concerning about the Chinese control of the mining market. And that's why next week we're going to have a big expose video on the mining pools, on China, how much they actually own. We are going to break down so much for you guys to understand that really, in my opinion, the mining power and the hash rate is the weak point for Bitcoin. This is the chink in the armor, if you will, for Bitcoin that could cause something negative down the road. So we'll have a big video for you guys on that coming up. So I consider doing a video for how to connect Binance Smart Chain to MetaMask. Yeah, guys, we're about to start getting into Binance Smart Chain. I mean, no question about it. I think that's something that people want, so we're going to be doing that. So let's move on. Let's talk about Ethereum chart. Somebody says, why I've died. It's got some nice stuff coming up. Thank you, David. We'll have a video on them probably in a couple weeks. To Ethereum. To the ETH caves. So let's look at the Ethereum chart. And I've got a really, really, really good chart I'm going to show you guys in a second. And I did something a little out of the ordinary. I've been telling you guys that I was not going to be trading Ethereum anymore on Bybit with leverage. But my friend talked me into it last night. I'm going to show you guys why in just a second. But as far as just a regular Ethereum chart goes, we're going to be looking at two charts. Right now, we're going to be looking at the just regular Ethereum chart right now. So looking at the 4-hour chart, this goes back to the beginning of February. You can see some pretty distinct lines here showing up. Let's see. That's pretty close. There we go. We got 3 touch points right there. So it's pretty close. We'll just call that there. So we got that line. Try that again here. I hate these stupid lines. I swear one day, guys, I'm going to learn how to use this. I swear. Okay. All right. So we got that line. You see it almost touched down here. Bounced back up. Touched. Went down. Touched again. Went back up. If we were to extend this line out... this can kind of give us some areas to look for bounces here. So I think we're going to have like a full-on breakout here. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I believe that we'll be looking at. I think we are about to see one of the biggest Ethereum rallies we've ever seen. And, the fact is, if you've been watching what's going on with Ethereum, and you've been watching our video last night where we showed you guys basically when it comes to... Come on, spammer. Don't call me while I'm on air. What the heck? Okay, so BitQuery F2 pool. Let's see if this will pull it up here. That did not pull it up. I can't remember. I'd have to look and find it. But basically, we found the chart that shows F2 pools dumping. And you got to remember, it doesn't take as much to dump Ethereum as it does to dump Bitcoin. And when you look back at December 23rd and what they did when they dumped the price and liquidated me, this is revenge. Revenge. What they do is they wait for times. Now, and we've done the math. We've showed you guys the math on miner dumping. And we've shown you that in reality, if they were to dollar cost average out every single day, they would make more money than if they dumped the price all at one time. They literally would make more money doing that because when they dump the price drops dramatically and that lowers the average price throughout a month. But if they didn't do the dumping, the prices would stay more stable and they would continue climbing and they would actually make more money, proving that the only reason why they dump in giant mass is to be able to short the price down and leverage it on the way down and just kind of maximize some of those mining rewards. That's the only reason they do it, because who knows how much money they're using to do it on leverage. That can be a large amount. But it doesn't make sense for them to do it over a prolonged period because, like I talked about earlier, when they're shorting it, the price of the asset is just going to be lower, meaning their overall portfolio of what they hold is lower. And so they're losing money doing it like that. But kind of looking right now for targets, I mean, we've talked about targets before. I mean, obviously, as we got pretty close to the end of last week, it was pretty apparent we weren't going to hit the Valentine's Day prediction. We did not hit it. We'll be talking about those timelines at the end and why those timelines are so important. why the timelines themselves, it's more important to think of things in ranges than to think of things in terms of like, okay, well, absolutely, definitely, if it doesn't hit something by this day, it's not going to happen. We generally know where these things are going. We may not know specifically when they're going to get there. But looking back at the 4-hour chart here, if we look at the hourly chart for Ethereum, you'll see that basically we are on, if you look here on the hourly chart, so going back to the 16th, you had a blood diamond, price went down on Market Cipher, and of course, if you want to get Market Cipher, bitboycrypto.com/deals, and we had this rundown here. It bounced off of, or almost bounced off here at about 1730. We had a bullish reversal here, and then the price is on upward trajectory. Now, right now, if you look down here at the bottom on the oscillators, we have a small red dot on the hourly, which will be active for about 23 more minutes. Price has already dropped a little bit. My personal target right now for the trade that I'm in, we can go ahead and move on and talk about my trade here, is about 1990. So about 1990. Probably some of you all were born in that year. When you're making trades, it's so important to like bake your exits in, because I think we will hit 2000 and it could be a little rejection there before climbing up above it for real. Someone's trying to pump his bags, I think. So let's check out this chart. And I want to show you guys why I made this trade. Now, once again, guys, if you want to sign up for Market Cipher, so many of you guys are killing it. I see the numbers. I know how well our people are doing right now on leverage trading. Very refreshing. You guys are doing incredible. Thank you for that super chat. Market Cipher and Bybit right here. All you got to do is sign up for Bybit, then sign up for Market Cipher, and you can get access. You have to have a TradingView account, and you have access to Market Cipher. You can use what I'm using. But I want to show you guys what I saw that really made me say, I want to FOMO into Ethereum. Somebody said 1989. Yeah, you got to bake my exit in. Who knows? I'll probably pull a trade. I almost pulled a trade this morning. I mean, it's hard when you're looking at like $15,000 or $20,000. I mean, that's a nice payday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's more than some people make in a very long period of time. So it's hard to turn it down, but then you just got to keep in mind you have, bigger fish to fry sometimes. So this is the 4-hour chart. This is the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. Now, the interesting thing about Market Cipher is Market Cipher works for any chart, okay? My friend texted me last night, and he said, man, did you see the Bitcoin to Ethereum chart? And if you don't have friends that text you things like that, you need to get some new friends. Brought to you by water. So he said, man, did you see the chart? There's a green dot on the 4-hour chart for, this is basically kind of like the Bitcoin to Ethereum ratio. I said, no, I didn't see it. So the price was like 1867 at that point. And I went and looked, and here it is. Here is the green dot at the bottom of Market Cipher. Please upload your coin videos a couple hours earlier. We're based in Europe and missed your top 5 coins for February. I mean, I can't say we'll commit to putting certain videos at certain times, but we are toying around with the idea of doing 4 videos a day. TJ, what do you think about that?
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We got a backlog right now. We got like 10 videos we got to put out soon. But when you look at the chart and you look at... Guys, he didn't sound too excited about that.
No, I am. It is good. It's a matter of where to put it all, and I think maybe it's the other channel. We'll start doing more for.
We do have... Guys, don't forget, we do have another channel. We'll show the other channel before we get to the trader tip here. So when you see the green dot here, what does this mean on this chart? This is the value of 1 Bitcoin versus 1 Ethereum, specifically 1 Ethereum versus 1 Bitcoin in this regard. So in this period right here, the price was dropping pretty considerably. This would have been from February 5th down to February 21st. What happened in that time frame? That was when the Elon Musk pump happened. So the price of 1 Ethereum compared to 1 Bitcoin dropped. Basically, Ethereum was losing ground on Bitcoin at this time. Then we got a green dot. You can see down here, you had a green dot. And then it rose. Let's see how much it rose here. From when you got the green dot, it rose about 7.47%. Bring back the A&W. Thanks, Christopher. I love it. Hey, A&W is in the back. You ain't got to worry about that. A&W is here. I will never give up on A&W. I love you, A&W. Please sponsor me. If I can get an A&W and a Bang sponsorship, I feel like the channel would be complete. I may just retire at that point. They'll never even get Bang for their buck because there'll be no more videos.
No more Bang and Ben?
No more Bang and Ben. You guys don't know. That's what I'm going to leave that there. That's what TJ's mom calls me. TJ's mom calls me Bang and Ben. Very specific reason for that. I'll let you guys think about it for a minute. But she makes a lot of the cool cups that you guys see around here. So TJ's mom is awesome. We love TJ's mom. Naomi, shout out. So here we go. We have the price of one Ethereum versus one Bitcoin was dropping. Then it went up 7.5%. But we never actually had a true trend reversal. The last time we had a trend reversal for Ethereum would have been back on February 2nd. This is when a blood diamond, one of these big red diamonds here, means the price is dropping considerably very soon. And in this case, it means the value against Bitcoin was dropping. And sure enough, it dropped. We finally got a trend reversal. But we didn't get the trend reversal with the large green dot at the bottom. Meaning this is bullish, but not super, super, super bullish. And if you went from right here to right here, you would have been well better way off with Ethereum because it rose 12.76% against Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm setting all this up to tell you exactly why I FOMO'd into a trade, and it's working out well, and I think Ethereum is about to break out. Now, is it because we did a video last night and we called these mother truckers out? Maybe. They know they can't hide from us. Now, I would be very interested if somebody would do the research and see comparatively the dates they're dumping Ethereum to the dates they're dumping Bitcoin and see if they fall in the range of when we've been calling them out. And we know we're on their radar for sure. I'm watching over my shoulder when I leave my office these days. But I ain't scared. But right now, with the Ethereum chart, things are looking very, very, very bullish. We had this blood diamond a few days ago, okay? Meaning the price of Ethereum was going to drop versus the price of Bitcoin. Now, this would have been when Bitcoin had the big run up about right here. We were at, $51,000, whatever it is. 51,000. Oh, how terrible. 51,000. What the? I'm just going to say 51,000. Let me just say 51,000 right here. So that's what happened. But now we've seen something very interesting. We get the green dot at the bottom. We're in, if you look down here, you see we are in, according to this green line down here, you can barely see, we are currently in oversold position for Ethereum on the 4-hour chart against Bitcoin. And now we have the trend reversal. We have the blood diamond, that's the start of a trend. And now we have the blue diamond at the top of this current run, okay? That means just now at this line right here, is it time for Ethereum to start running against Bitcoin? Now, will this be because the Bitcoin price drops dramatically and Ethereum holds where it is, making up ground on Bitcoin? Or will this be because Ethereum's about to go on a massive run? And I do believe that we are on the cusp of that. I think we're shining lights on things, and we are definitely keeping people honest around here. We're definitely keeping people honest, and that is what we do. We are the channel of the people. The channel of the people here. We hear you, BitSquad. We know that you guys like playing a role in everything we do. You like going to Twitter. You like making yourself heard, and we appreciate that from you. But as far as my trade specifically goes, which once again, if you want to sign up for Bybit or you want to sign up for Market Cypher, you can do that on bitboycrypto.com/deals. You see the trade that I'm in right now. I got in at 1888. I tried to get in at 1868. And I missed my order by 50 cents. It didn't fill. And I texted my friend. I was like, man, I missed it. I didn't even get in. It was like 1885. And he said, get in now. I was like, I don't like the FOMO in at the top. He's like, get in. I was like, okay. So I got in, and we're up about 6.5 ETH right now. We are kind of running some strong resistance here at 1920-ish. So, can we get over that? I don't know, but I think my liquidation point is pretty safe where it is at 1674. I don't think we'll be getting liquidated on this anytime soon. And I don't know, I may jump out of this trade. We are up 6.5 ETH right now, but that's the trade that I'm in. I'm going to watch it. I think I'm just going to stay in it, guys. I think I'm going to ride this thing, and I'm going to see how high it can go because I do think that we are going to be challenging. I do believe that we are going to be challenging $2,000 today. I set a take profit actually at $22.75 just in case it shot way up overnight. So I locked those gains in, 120% gains. Hey, I would have made 69 ETH. So, guys, let's see. If we locked in at 1990, 89, actually, we're smarter than you, 88. That would be a gain of 20 ETH. That's pretty good. That's about 40K almost. Well, it would be over 40K because it's 20.69. It'd be about 41K. So that would be a pretty good spot. So we'll have to see what happens. I'll go ahead and lock that in right now. I'm not going to set a stop loss because it could drop. If you guys have been watching what it's been doing, it's kind of been hovering around 1900. It'll go up to like 1925, and then it'll drop back down to 1900. Might go back in the 18s and then snap back up. So that's kind of what I'm doing personally with this trade. I do expect probably a lot of you guys to be trading some ETH. Someone says he loves my videos, but when you brag about your gains, it makes me not even want to watch. If you do what I do, you'll make them too. We do it here. You guys see it all. I'm just saying. So if you guys want to make gains and you want to do it and you want to be consistently good traders, then maybe you might want to watch what we're doing with Market Cypher, because I'll be honest with you, I ain't that good of a trader without it. And I kill it with it. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. So either, ship up. No. Shape up or ship out. That's what I got to say to you. Okay, so let's go. Before we go on to DeFi Hot Spot, I do want to just point out here on Twitter, guys, we are at 127.7 thousand on Twitter. That's BitBoy_crypto. We should be verified on Twitter soon, but make sure if you do ever see me on Twitter, it's not an impersonator, and it really, really is me, actually, because we got a lot of impersonators, hundreds out there on every platform possible. But you guys make sure you're following us there. We did have some pretty cool tweets here the last couple days. We got some memes. If you like memes, you can also follow us on Instagram. It's the same username, BitBoy_crypto. But I do want to tell you about New Money Gang. We got 7.5 thousand subscribers over there right now. And we just released the second episode of New Money Gang. Me and Justin and Leanne. Pretty good episode about websites to make money on in 2021. So make sure you guys head on over to New Money Gang. Hit that subscribe button. This is a channel where we explain to you ways you can actually make money online. It's not fluff. It's not about us pumping different stuff to be able to make money off you clicking on things. It is just to try to explain to you some of the things that we've done to make money online and things like that. So could you please make all 1K, 10K trades online live so we can follow it instead of getting in without us, my friend? That's Ryan Bailey. We're developing all this. I mean, we're trying to figure out what to do with it. So, I'll have Mr. Elron Schmeeds look into that today. We just got the portfolio set up. So one thing at a time, guys, one thing at a time, but we are looking at it. So like I said, guys, a new episode is up, New Money Gang. Make sure to go check that out. You guys can go to Linktree. That's linktr.ee/New Money Gang. And if you could put that in the chat, maybe TJ, you guys can go follow the New Money Gang Linktree, and you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcast, Stitcher, and all of our social medias as well. Love for you guys to listen to us on iTunes, rate and review us there. We appreciate that. We really think this show is going to be a big success. It's going to help us kind of bridge people from regular money into crypto and, reach more people and get them to our other shows like BitBoy Crypto as well, and then how to get some people in the crypto world that want to learn how to make some gains into the online money making business. So, or not to generating income online for yourself. That's the whole point. And guys, just real quick, I want to go back to the Ethereum with our pro trader tip. I did want to give you guys, I gave you guys the layout of what I think is going to happen, and I did tell you that on this trade last night that I did, in fact, FOMO in at 1888 because my friend kind of almost forced me to. It was very forceful. I almost Me Too'd him. But I think that the thing is that he said, get in no matter what, because this thing is about to break open. And I was skeptical, but I was looking at the charts, and it looked really good. In general, that is a losing thing. I'm pretty lucky that it went ahead and continued. I mean, I woke up this morning, and it was down a little bit. Guys, you want to make sure that you are getting in at good entry points. Like if you come back here and you just look at the regular Ethereum chart here. Let me delete some of these points here and just show you guys. Like, you don't want to generally be getting in, especially when it's at an all-time high. it will work out sometimes, and that will trick you. Like I said, I got in at an all-time high last night. It's worked out okay. Favorite flavor of Bang Energy, I really like key lime pie. I like pie. That surprises no one.
Wow.
Yeah, it's grown on me. They rotate in flavors. Like, I'll like one for a little bit, and then I'll just get tired of it and want to move to something else.
I like black cherry vanilla.
I like that one too. That one's pretty good. The cherry limeade pretty good. I got one of those sitting off air. But guys, you want to make sure you're getting in at these points. You're getting in on these points. You don't want to be getting in at the tops, okay? It's going to work out sometimes, and that might trick you to think that that's a good strategy. You always want to make sure that you are getting in a good entry point. That's definitely the best way to do that. So we covered all that. Let's move on to the next part. Let's talk about DeFi Hot Spot. So the new thing is Pancake Swap. We've been talking about it, a little bit. I can tell you my research team is loving Pancake Swap. They do think Ryan, we're going to be talking about that later today, Motley Fool. But my research team is all wrapped up in this right now. They really like Pancake Swap. They like what's happening. The same thing that happened to Ethereum over the summer is happening with Binance Coin. The price is going up because people are really, really, really using it. And I think what it boils down to is that it doesn't have high gas fees, and people like to be able to degen out. This is so similar to what we saw happening in the summer of 2020. When the decentralized exchanges popped up, rug pulls were everywhere. People were losing money. People were making money. People were becoming millionaires overnight sometimes. Yield farming was first popping up. And right now, Binance Coin is getting a lot of the rewards for this. There's all these new food tokens. You got Pancake Swap, which is basically the sushi swap of Binance Smart Chain. BSC is what it's called. Now, when you look here, it's up 38% today at $13.15. It's up 36% against Bitcoin. It's doing very well. So what is Pancake Swap? Well, here it is. It is basically yield farming and staking. I have actually not done this yet, so I can't really give you a full walkthrough of it. If you guys, would like more information, or if you'd like for me to do a tutorial on how to do this, I'll learn how to do it and let me know. But you guys see here, there's Cake. So Pancake Swap is the ticker there. But there's a lot of other ones. Now, here's one people are looking at. Banana Finance. Banana Finance. TJ, what do you think when you hear these names?
It just makes me laugh. I mean, it makes me have flashbacks to the last summer, like you said, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of food coins.
I haven't been either. I mean, I bought a shroom coin once, but I had not bought a food coin. Had never bought a food coin. As many times I got rug pulled, it was never a food coin. But guys, I think I'm going to degen out on this a little bit. I think we got some money to play with. Let's go check it out, see if we can make some money on this crazy stuff. That might actually, thank you, Michael Allen says he loves me, thank you. This might be the end of Pancake Swap when I come into it. Why Pancake Swap? Guys, here's why Pancake Swap and Banana Finance. And what are the other ones? Do you remember the other ones they were talking about, TJ?
No, Elron, do you?
Barry. Wasn't Barry one?
Like Barry,
Mr. Elron Schmeeds knows. Bananas and berries. Not nuts and berries. Bananas and berries. So, guys, if I go around, I play on this Pancake Swap and with this Binance chain or this Binance coin stuff or Banana coin, it's just going to be for fun. I mean, I might throw some decent money at it, see what we can do with it, but I'm not going to come on here and tell you. I get very skeptical when I find things that remind me of the summer DeFi because we made a lot of money. We made a lot of money for sure. We had some coins that definitely did very well, but we were burned very badly by a lot of people, a lot of coins, a lot of platforms, a lot of things during that time. Yield farming, I kept getting in these projects with yield farming where I was making money, but the value kept dropping of the coin, so I was actually never better than break even. And I don't want to get in that again. But it does look kind of fun. They're food coins. I'm going to go jump in and see what happens. But this is not going to be a thing that I think I'm going to kind of seriously tell you would be a good way to make money in DeFi right now. This is for your degen. And by degen, this is what we mean. And guys, we got a video coming out tonight We got a video on Cello coming out at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's on Coinbase. I'm not telling you that so you go buy it. What I'm telling you is it's a very significant coin. It's trying to compete with Facebook's Libra. Video at 2 p.m. on Cello. We teased it the other day. It's one of our top coins of the month. But when it comes to the video tonight at 6, if you have friends that are involved or that would like to get in Bitcoin, or if you're newer to cryptocurrency, tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have for you what I consider to be the greatest Bitcoin video ever made on the internet. This is going to really break down what investing in Bitcoin is like, how to do it, whether it's a good idea, are other altcoins a better option, how can you make life-changing generational wealth. We're going to talk about all that tonight in very simple beginner terms. So even if you're a person that is really like neck deep in crypto already, if you have friends and family that have been asking about it or curious, show them this video. We want this video tonight, 6 p.m., to get 1 million views on it. That is the goal of this video, because we believe that this can open the door for many, many more people to come into Bitcoin. We're going to be doing a lot more beginner-friendly, at least a couple content, at least a couple times a week. I say all that to tell you that there's two types of people in the world when it comes to investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and investing in general. You have people that are risk adverse. They're very scared. I have friends like this. They see what's happening. They see how I'm doing with crypto, and they get real excited. They say, man, I want to make this money. I want to do this. Yes, what a killer opportunity. But then at the first sign of a red candle, they get scared. And they say, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. This is crazy. I got to get out of this. So many people like that I know. And they're risk adverse. They're just not risk takers. Me, on the other hand, I am a risk taker. That is why I do this channel. This channel was a gigantic risk for me. As a father of 3 kids, I said, you know what? I'm going to totally move out of the career that I'm in, and I'm going to go full-time on YouTube when I had no followers or subscribers, basically. When I went full-time, I may have had 2,000 subscribers. But I knew this was the future. I knew this was the home run, and I wanted to play for that, right? Because I'm a risk taker. It's in my DNA. Degens in DeFi, they're risk takers. They take the losses. If you can't take a 5-figure loss, if that would just make you vomit no matter how much money you had, then you shouldn't be getting into the crazy world of DeFi, because you get rug pulled all the time. But if you can stomach it and you just say, the way that I look at it, and we looked at it over the summer when we were making money with different projects that we were investing in, it was kind of like this. It was like, I know, and if you read that thread from that guy, what was his name? Razor's ETH or ETH Razor on Twitter. He explained how to get from $800 to $1 million. He did it over the summer. And he said, you just got to realize you're going to lose money. You're literally going to get rug pulled, and sometimes you're going to lose 50 ETH, which at the time would have been like, still a lot of money, but ETH was like at $300, not $2,000. And you build that into your portfolio growth plan. You say, like, sometimes I'm going to make 5x. Other times I'm going to lose 100%. But if you put $1,000 into both, when you lose the 100% in one, you get rug pulled, you lose $1,000. In the one where you 5x, well, wow, you made $5,000, or a 5x would technically be a $4,000 profit, I think.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things that Chris from Crypto said. It's like, the downside can only max out at 100%. Mm-hmm. Like, you can only go down 100%, but the upside can 10,000%.
Yeah, exactly. So when you look, and it's just like the difference between longing and shorting. Like, why do I love bull markets better when I can short in a bear market? We're going to short in the bear market. We're going to show you how to make money either way. But in a bull market, the potential for it to get so much higher exists. You can only go down 100%. You can go up 10,000%, and the value of your asset will be increasing. So that's when we talk about banana coin and, pancake swap and getting involved in farming. And I don't know if there's like rug pulls on Binance Smart Chain yet. I don't know anything about this right now. We're just starting to get into it. But you just got to know that this is the type of degen world we're talking about a lot. Please repeat from Chris Webb. Are you making a video about Cell Token from Celsius Network, or Celo, the global payments infrastructure. Celo, the mobile global payments infrastructure. That's why it's Celo, like cell phone, Celo. We do love Celsius token as well. Definitely love Celsius token. We got big stuff coming up with them pretty soon too, so we like them too. We like a lot of coins. So all right, let's move on. Let's look at the Bitcoin chart here. And when it comes to the Bitcoin chart, it's in a pretty interesting spot. The 30-minute chart, a few hours ago, several hours ago, we got a green dot on Market Cipher. The price did go up. Oh, I'm kind of watching ETH right now. ETH's going up too. Okay, 7 ETH, we're up over there. It's pretty good. But back to the Bitcoin chart. Right now on the 30-minute chart, doesn't look really too sexy. Like it's gone up, but it looks like it could go back down. And somebody was saying there's a big bearish divergence. I guess they'd be talking about right there. Yeah, guys, here's what I see. I told you guys this. I told you guys this a few days ago. I got some AVAX. Somebody said AVAX is going up. I bought some Avalanche yesterday, actually. I do like Avalanche pretty good, and we finally found it on Binance.com and got in on that one. But the thing is I believe 50,000 is going to end up being a pretty good line of support for Bitcoin at this point. If it plunges below 50,000, it's going to be pretty dangerous. I mean, if you look, when we finally got above 50,000, we really broke out up here. Like really, really broke out. Michael, super chat, what do I think of OMG Network? I own some OMG Network, but like it's okay. It's going to do okay. I think it already had maybe its giant pump of the year. We'll see. Last year anyways. So right now you kind of look at where it is, and you've got the support line right here that was previous resistance, and it did plunge below that one time. So it does look like that's shaping to continue on, where now it's just bouncing off the top. We don't have any clear lines of resistance other than the peak here. No, it does look like right there we got a little bit of a line. Let's see what that's at. That's at 52.5. 52.5. It looks like there's a little... Dang it. Let me try that again. I hate TradingView sometimes. So it looks like we got a line shaping up right here. Now we didn't bounce to the top of this channel, so we might bump off this again actually. Let's see. This right here could be our next little... This could be our next little channel here, it looks like, now that I'm really sitting here looking. I know, I hate it. I really hate it, man. I feel like a freaking grandpa on here. No offense to my pop. Okay, so right now the price is sitting at about 52,000. I mean, we could come back down here to the 51.2 level, could come back up to this 52.5. It did peak out at 52.7. I thought it went to 53. I guess it didn't.
So for people that aren't in a trade right now and they're looking to get in a long off of this, where would you be eyeing like a dip to try to get into a long?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's very clear. I think at this point, and this is very important for you guys to understand, is when we talk about waiting for dips, you just got to have some price points, some targets. And when it gets there, that's when you get in. We look at this line that's been on here for, days and days and days now, and it was resistance, and now it's turned into support. So anywhere in this range right here. So it looks like, let's see, 51.2 up to 51.3. So somewhere between 51,200 or 51,300. And, it's not always going to bounce off perfectly. So, I mean, you could, anything 51.4 and below. That's what I'd probably be looking for. And it's just so interesting how your perspective changes on where your entry points are. And that's why a lot of times I'll have kind of like larger ideas of where I think Bitcoin is going to. And once it gets there, I say like, okay, I knew all the way up until this point, I knew I could get into a long and feel pretty good about it. But then it gets there and you're like, well, what now? Because last week, if I would have told you, I took a long yesterday from $50,500, you would have been like, what? You took a long at $50,500? What in the world? But today, and a week later, now that looks like a great entry. So your perspective on these things change. And that's why a lot of times I'll tell you guys after I close a big trade, and we were joking yesterday, or when TJ was here a couple days ago, about like, Me taking a break. TJ, how long did my break from trading last?
I don't even think it lasted. You said 2 hours on the stream. I don't think it lasted more than maybe 30 minutes, if that.
I got a good entry. I got a good entry.
I think you were back in before the stream ended.
Might have been true. But the point is that you just wait for those entry points, and when they get there, they're hard to deny. You say, man, this is a great place for me to get in, and you just want to do that. So BitBoy has no TA skills. Gotta love that guy. Hey, we use Market Cipher on this channel. We use Market Cipher on this channel. Guys, if I literally took the time to study technical analysis as a profession, do you know how many videos I get done a day? Hardly any. So at some point when you're doing this as a business and as a profession and a career, you got to say, what are the things that matter to me the most? And to me, why I got in this, right, is the decentralization, the future technology of the world, the new internet, the new tech boom. That's why I got in this. I believe in it passionately. I didn't get in this to study charts and make money. I do now, for sure. Obviously I do, but that's never been the focus of this channel. And on these live streams, we look at the charts, but we're using Market Cipher to determine where we think that it's going to go. Because I don't have the time to put in taking a full course on TA every single day. If so, we'd never be able to give you all the content that we do.
Well, and neither do most of the viewers at home either. So this is for you guys too. We know you need this.
Yeah, you get this. This is a shortcut where you're taking advantage of someone who has done the work and has done the studying and has built in these indicators to help you be able to know when to make these trades and when to fire them off. So what I'm looking for, going back to the chart here, is I'm looking for something to come down here in this range because these lines are just really, really obvious at this point. But I'm also looking down here on Market Cipher. I mean, if I get something on Market Cipher that does not match up with this line that I randomly drew right here, I'm going with Market Cipher. I'm much more going with Market Cipher over anything else. If you've used Market Cipher and it has made you money, type that in the chat. Let everybody know that Market Cipher works. You guys see the trades that we make. I mean, if you come here and you look at our profit loss, it's absolutely insane. Like, we just don't lose trades on this channel. And it's not because I'm an expert in technical analysis. And I think there's a lesson there for you to learn. So that's definitely something. I mean, guys, look what we did. Y'all see. Green after green after green. Had a couple reds. We got liquidated. We earned it all back. I mean, just look at all the green. It's insane. It's so crazy. So anyways, all right, let's move on. Let me talk about.
A lot of people in the chat saying it works. Also, smash the likes if you guys.
Smash the likes if you've gotten value out of us looking at charts and Market Cipher. Smash that like. I know you guys are making money. I see the numbers. And there is nothing that makes me happier. If we were making like referral money and all y'all were losing money, I wouldn't even be able to come in here and face you in the morning. I would feel so terrible about that. But we know you guys are crushing it. And I am so happy for you guys that have been able to take your trading game to the next level, just like we've done. Just like we've done here. But just in terms of the Bitcoin chart here, before we move on to talk about BlackRock here, don't worry about TA. You're making us all the money. Thank you for that super chat there. When it comes to Bitcoin chart and what I'm thinking right now, after talking with CryptoFace and what he thinks, which, by the way, TJ, I didn't tell you this. You guys know we're going to Vegas next weekend.
Yeah.
CryptoFace also going to Vegas the same weekend we are.
Oh, wow.
How do you think that's going to be?
That's going to be a good time.
That's going to be a good time. Maybe he'll drive the Rari. I think he's probably going to fly if I were a guessing man. But anyways, the point is here is I was talking to him about price targets, and he was saying that kind of what he expects, he thinks that Bitcoin has really cooled off, which is great. We want that for Ethereum because we are an Ethereum channel, as you guys know, the official Ethereum channel. Oh my God. Cosmos launched IBC.
Wow.
Holy crap. You guys know that's like the #1 A&W competitor. I love Cosmos. We're loading up on Cosmos right now, too. We are definitely loading up on Cosmos.
Oh, somebody also in the chat earlier asked if you got your 500,000 ADA.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, I did. We did buy $500,000 of ADA yesterday on Binance.us. Now we just got to find out if it'll let us withdraw it. I'm not even verified all the way over there. Man, I know. That's kind of, that's a day. Risk adverse versus degen. You guys see right there. So anyways, guys, CryptoFace told me, he said, listen, he said what he's looking is he thinks this week, while a lot of people have 54,000 as the overall target, he says that he actually sees it hitting 54,000 next week. So probably what we will see is we will see it get to the edge of this. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities to make money as this thing bounces off here, in my opinion. And then finally, probably maybe around next week, maybe the end of this channel, maybe around the 21st or so, he expects a target of $54,000 and then maybe for it to go back down. So he expects it to bounce kind of in this range for a few days, and that's just what he thinks. And let me just go ahead and complete this here.
There we go. I like that.
Yeah, there we go.
That's some top quality TA right there.
This is top quality TA right here.
That's where we all get girlfriends?
Let's see if you guys can figure out what this is. Oh God. I messed it up. Hold on, I messed it up. Oh gosh. Well, it's still drawing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I messed the whole thing up. Crap. This was supposed to be CryptoFace.
This is why we need Market Cipher.
This is why we need Market Cipher. We can't even draw CryptoFace right. There's his hair. Here's his hat. And there's his mask.
There we go.
He looks like a 12-year-old girl skipping rope. So, all right, great job. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about BlackRock. Okay, and I thought this was a really interesting article here, okay? First mover, and here's what's really interesting. When I read this, I want to know, how do you guys read this? I want to give you guys just 1 second to read this title here. And what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you read this title? Okay, you read it. There we go. Wait, hold on, guys. Today's stream. Oh. Water. It's good. Today's stream is brought to you by water. See, because water, stream of water. Did you get it? Did you get it? Okay. All right. I know some of you at home are laughing, and some of you at work are laughing as well.
Are you sure?
I hope so. I sure do hope so. Somebody said, hey, guys, you're doing great for all the work. This is from Edward Schur. It'd be much better if you will have a separate video daily and explain why you make those picks.
For the 1K to 10K
For the 1K to 10K challenge. I think daily's too much. Maybe twice a week. I think I am going to make one tonight.
We just need to figure out a way where every time we make a swap, we make something about it, and people can follow along.
Yeah. See, that's what we got to do. We got to figure out a way people can follow it in real time. I think that would be cool. But I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how we do
We're
that.
working on it, guys. We'll figure it out.
We are. We're working on it. This is developing, so we are up, though. Did you sell front after the video yesterday for the 1K to... No, we did not. But for the 1K to 10K challenge, we did diversify some of that money because that's probably what most people would do, right? So we did diversify. We're going to talk about that in the 1K to 10K challenge, but we still hold over half of our portfolio in front for the challenge. So anyways, when I read this, the first thing I thought was, who is it? Who is it? Who is not dabbling? And then you read the article, and you're like, wow, holy crap. They just mean like literally everyone is dabbling. I read it first mover. Who isn't dabbling as Bitcoin passes 52K? Ether tops 1900. But it's really supposed to read like this. First mover. Who isn't dabbling? Everybody is. Who isn't dabbling? Everybody's dabbling. And so this goes on to talk about BlackRock, which is, it's multi-trillion dollars, $8.7 trillion asset company, BlackRock. The number one investment firm in the world. These are things that, like, before you get into crypto, like, you have no idea who these are. I've never heard of them before. And then I get in crypto and you realize, like, hey, they're kind of a big deal.
They kind of own everything.
They own everything. I mean, at $8.7 trillion, you know that they do. My sense, and this is from Rick Ryder, head of global allocation. My sense is the technology has evolved and the regulations have evolved to the point where a number of people find it should be part of their portfolio. So that's what's driving the price up. And then they said, we started to dabble a bit. we started to dabble a little bit. Guys, pretty interesting. They're really downplaying it. It goes on to talk about here, Bitcoin investment makes sense, says the BlackRock CIO.
Well, and this is just real quick on the dabbling point. We always talk about BlackRock owns a lot of MicroStrategy. So when they say they're dabbling, that means they've been accumulating massive amounts of this stuff for the last year or so.
Yeah, and let's see. If we go to the Bitcoin treasuries, I don't have it right here. I wanted to find that.
I can find it.
Well, you can find it, but I can't pull it up. But the point is we talked about, obviously, which I sent a message to Michael Saylor. He's not responded on Twitter. He's still, let's see, did he respond? He has not responded on Twitter. He has not responded on Twitter to my request. Did you notice that he did an interview yesterday, TJ? Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
He did an interview with the blonde bombshell.
Who
do you think that is?
I have no idea.
The blonde bombshell. Austin Davis.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Guys, you cannot tell me that this guy does not have the best hair in all of cryptocurrency. You cannot tell me. You can't tell me Austin does not have the best hair. You got to admit.
I didn't know what he'd been doing for a while. I hadn't heard anything about him.
Well, he is with communityelectricity.io and also spreading love and kindness.
Formerly Blockchain Beach.
Yeah, I guess. No, and he is still at Blockchain Beach, I think. I think he's doing that in addition. And we like Austin. We've hung out with Austin before. We think he's a good dude.
He's fun.
For sure. Heck of a head of hair on that guy. Really love that. And he actually interviewed Michael Saylor for Cointelegraph.
Interesting.
Russian Mafia. So, still debating whether to put that video out or not. Haven't decided for 100%. What is this meme here we put up? What is this?
My goodness.
What is this?
Oh, my.
What is that?
That's terrifying.
Is that Troll 2?
I don't know.
Oh, my gosh. Do y'all love Troll 2? I love Troll 2. It's like my favorite movie ever. It's literally known as the worst movie ever.
I've never even heard of it.
Speaking of worst ever, Motley Fool, and I want to talk about Motley Fool's business plan here for a little bit. The Motley Fool announces $5 million investment in Bitcoin. Now, who is Motley Fool? Well, they're basically a company that was built for Facebook ads. Have you guys never been going through your Facebook timeline and you see an ad and it says, the one investment that you absolutely cannot miss on. It sounds like my thumbnails, but it's a Facebook ad. And you go and you click it and you got to pay for a subscription. They tell you, what you got to do with your money. They put out newsletters. I don't exactly know what they do in terms of I don't know their business plan. Like, is it per subscription or do they make you pay for the newsletter? I don't know what it is exactly. But in general, it's to hook you with some clickbait, get you excited about something, and then they sell you something. So these people just a few weeks ago, I kid you not, let me see if I can find it real quick. Motley Fool Bitcoin, they just put out something a couple weeks ago that said, here's one, 5 hours ago. What a joke this is. Are y'all not so tired of this stuff? Forget Bitcoin. Buy these dominant tech stocks instead. But they just also announces $5 million investment in Bitcoin. What? Media is such a joke, man. It really is such a joke. I wish I could find this article, though. They just put out something like a couple weeks ago that literally was talking about why Bitcoin is going to tank and why you should definitely not get involved in Bitcoin. I had just seen an article about that, and I read it, and I was like, what in the world is wrong with these people? How stupid, how dumb can these people be that they're literally talking down to the number one greatest asset in the history of the world? Literally, think about that. I was actually looking up some research for my video tonight at 6 p.m. on Bitcoin, which, once again, you have to get your friends and family to watch this video. So I want this video that comes out at night at 6 p.m. about Bitcoin, even if it's not your cup of tea because it is a lot of introductory stuff, you need to take that and send that to every person you know. Be sharing that video like crazy. Any person that you've ever told about my channel or you've ever told about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, send that video to them. It's going to break it down. I was doing a lot of research on that video, and I came across a chart that showed the all-time gains for Bitcoin. there's a point where they literally just don't even put them anymore. They're just like, it's so ridiculous. Like, it just went up over 100,000%. Just know that. In 2011 and beyond, it's went up 100,000%. So, let's see. To be fair, these analysts writing those articles dissing Bitcoin, the two brothers that actually founded Motley are the ones buying. Okay, very interesting. I mean, I'm sure. Look, guys, some people had to be making money on their investment calls, or else they wouldn't be in business. So basically, what they've done now is they've announced a $5 million investment in Bitcoin. It says, in our 10x real money portfolio, we are recommending and buying Bitcoin. It will be a core holding in our 10x portfolio. There are 39 other stocks we believe are on path that could potentially lead to 10x returns at some point over the next 15 years. We believe Bitcoin could deliver those returns as well. So what is 50,000 times 10? That math is very simple. It's over $500,000. In addition to this portfolio allocation in 10x, in the coming weeks, the Motley Fool will also be separately buying $5 million in Bitcoin on our own balance sheet. We will not only wait for all of our members in 10x to be able to buy before we buy our 10x allocation. Okay, well, that's nice of them. That's nice of them. I like that. We're also giving all Motley Fool members a chance to review. Let's see. While Bitcoin may well continue to be volatile in the short term, we think it has 10x potential from today's level over the long term as part of a diversified portfolio. We plan to hold Bitcoin investments for years. TJ, you come on the screen. I like seeing you, man. And the ladies in the chat like seeing you too.
Well, both of them.
No, I was going to say all three of them. But yeah, you're right. My wife doesn't count. She only has for me. So the thing is, TJ, how are you feeling about like the long-term implications of Bitcoin and the price? Like not just this bull run, but like how are you feeling about where things are going in general?
Well, like over the next 15 years?
Yeah, like long-term. Like where do you think this thing stops at?
I think it'll just keep going up. I mean, obviously it'll go through cycles, but I mean, 15 years from now, I mean, Bitcoin could be at $1 million. Who knows? I mean, I don't see any end in sight. Now, who knows for all the other alts, what's going to have the staying power. But I think Bitcoin will be around 10, 15 years from now, for sure.
Yeah, you're big on altcoins. You love altcoins way more than Bitcoin?
No, not necessarily. But I do.
Well, how's your portfolio stacked?
I love altcoins to outperform Bitcoin in the short term.
Yeah.
To accumulate more Bitcoin, and I like accumulating altcoins because they go up in value. But
yeah.
I'm willing to jump ship on anything almost any time.
So
Bitcoin and altcoins included.
Let me tell you what I'm thinking. I make this statement tonight. For the first time ever, I now am starting to look higher than even my highest predictions for Bitcoin. Not for this bull run. This bull run, everything's still the same. $322,000, that's my prediction. Next bull run, I think over $1 million. I'm starting to think it could go all the way up to $10 million. Oh,
next cycle?
No. 15 years. $10 million.
Yeah.
People want to know your favorite altcoins, by the way. People are asking that. Could you give them some altcoin picks?
I have sure, like safer, bigger ones that I like. I like Solana a lot. I like Cosmos a lot. I love ADA. You know, like a lot of the big ones. I like smart contract platforms.
Yeah. Loves Algo.
Yeah.
Somebody said that in the chat. That's right.
I do.
Loves Algo and loves Cosmos.
I love Algo. I love Cosmos. I love eGold. I love Solana. That should get you started.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, guys, I'm starting to believe that, like, and I don't know if this is because I've been in this long enough now to where I understand the way the Bitcoin cycles work. That's how we make every prediction on this channel. But the thing is that, so I'm not going to change my predictions on this bull run at this point until it gets to be like our Valentine's Day prediction. It's like it just ain't going to happen, or either it happens. But in terms of my long-term projections for Bitcoin and where all this is going, I'm really getting to this place where I can't tell if it's the euphoria of this bull run taking over me and thinking long-term, because I think that could happen, or like, am I legitimately sitting here looking and saying, wow, if all of these American companies are jumping in, BlackRock's jumping in, where does this thing end? Like, we're just looking at, like, if corporate America jumps in, like, what if whole governments,
right,
like European governments jump in?
I think that's going to happen on the next cycle. That's when national money really starts moving in.
And when you think about, this is the beauty of the supply of Bitcoin, when you really think about with each passing bull run, the excitement builds and the production slows. It's like the perfect recipe I think Bitcoin can get all the way up to $10 million. I do believe that, but we are looking at minimum 8 years away from now. Probably more likely 12 to 15. So, all right, let's move on. Let's talk about this right here, 1 inch. Let's talk about this. This is something we are looking at for our portfolio. Well, let's look at the portfolio first, and you guys will see what we've done here. So basically what we did is we sold off some of our Frontier. We have still kept, as you guys can see, 70% of our portfolio is in, or no, not 70%. I guess it's up 70% since yesterday. That's a total of 790. So about 50% of our portfolio is in Frontier. We do have some Ethereum sitting in gas fees right now, so we have $95. But basically what happened is I found out Frontier was on KuCoin. I said, man, I need to diversify this. I do believe it's still going to go up. Let's see what the refresh on that is. I do believe that it is still going to go up over the next several weeks. So we are going to hold on to this. Now it's about taking these other picks and flipping these into more money to diversify again. And as TJ said, let me give you some of my thinking on this. Number one, we found out Frontier was on KuCoin, and so we moved this money over to KuCoin. So if you've been having trouble buying Frontier because of the gas fees, you can go over to KuCoin and you can get it there with no gas fees. And I wish that I had known that and we could have saved $186. We'd be up even more right now. We'd be almost to $1,700. But the thing about this is we're really looking on KuCoin specifically for projects that we thought had a lot of potential over the short term, obviously over the long term also. Someone asking about Vesper Finance. They want to come on the show. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. We'll see. I mean, guys, there's just so many projects out there. We can't look at every single thing, but Vesper is doing pretty good. So we went on KuCoin and we decided, and now if you want to get on KuCoin, we have a link here for you right here, KuCoin trading on bitboycrypto.com/deals. You can sign up. We love KuCoin because they've got a lot of low cap gems and there's no KYC. And I'll tell you this, there is a coin on KuCoin that I know a lot of big stuff about, but I know it privately. And we're going to be doing a video on it in the future, and I didn't think it was fair, even though that would be my number one pick on KuCoin over the next month. We didn't think it was fair to get in that one, so we didn't. But I'll just tell you, there is a coin on KuCoin that's got a lot of big news out that I think is going to go absolutely huge in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So we didn't get it on that one. We want to be fair. We want to make sure we're only doing stuff that's public domain information. So if you listen to what TJ and I were talking about earlier, exchange tokens have been crushing it. And when you go to CoinMarketCap, let's see, when you go to CoinMarket, there's Graham. Y'all make sure to go spam Graham's comments and make sure he knows that we're coming. We're coming. And we want to hang out. We want to be friendly with Graham. Graham, this is what I want. I want Graham to come see me when I'm in Vegas. That's where he lives. Graham, come hit me up. Let's just have a chat.
Yeah, we can talk Bitcoin with him. He can give us some pointers on real estate.
Exactly. We want to get in real estate, stonks, the whole thing, stonks. I can't even say the other word. I don't even know what it is. But when you look at the biggest gainers on CoinMarketCap, Binance Coin, exchange token. Bancor, exchange token. Voyager VGX, exchange token. Crypto.com, exchange token. Let's see, Huobi token, exchange token. OKB, exchange token. You guys see that there's just a lot of interest in the exchanges right now. Now, Uniswap, and this is important to know, Uniswap is having a hard time with it right now. I mean, let's see, where is 1 inch is coming in with 2.3% gains, but down 10.45% for the week. And you got Uniswap barely up for the week, barely up for today, but Uniswap, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is true. What I'm about to tell you, this is only based on a crazy rumor that I heard. I do not know if this is true at all. But I did hear a rumor that there were whispers about Uniswap considering moving off of Ethereum. Now, I don't know if that'll happen. I doubt that it will, honestly. It's what they built everything on. But the gas fees are that bad for the degen traders. And so what is 1 inch? Well, 1 inch is actually pretty similar to BitSwap in that it is an aggregator. right? It is the leading DEX aggregator, they say. We know BitswapDex.io is really better. But it aggregates prices from all of these different exchanges, including even the Crypto.com DeFi platform. If you guys have been using the MetaSwap or the MetaMask DeFi aggregator or DEX aggregator or BitswapDex.io, our aggregator that we have that crawls 14 exchanges, you'll know it's very important to find the best prices out there. And 1inch offers so much more than Uniswap does. It just does. Because the only way you get the best price on Uniswap compared to one of these aggregators is if it's only listed on Uniswap. If that's the only place it's listed, then you're going to get a fractionally, marginally cheaper price by going directly through Uniswap. Over the long run, with bigger coins you're putting money into, 1inch is way better. And they also announced, I think, an extra airdrop. I don't have something from that to confirm, but I do believe there is an extra airdrop coming for users of 1inch. And so I expect a lot of people to start hustling over here and trying to use it. Whether or not the snapshot is passed, that doesn't matter, because people are going to go do it anyways, not knowing that. I think there's about to be a lot of volume coming over to 1inch, and I think is a really good one to check out for our challenge. So we put half of the money, as you guys can see, in 1inch. Now, the other one we did is Hyper. Now, we didn't tell them that we were doing this. We are an advisor for Hyper. But here's what I'll say. I will say that, in my opinion, is the lifetime package from Market Cypher forever? I'm thinking about getting it once and forever. Should be. I mean, what'll happen if, he gets hit by a bus? I don't know. But I think that it is. That's the way it's sold, is forever. Forever is a long time, though, is what I'll tell you. I mean, 140 years from now, I don't know if you'll be using Market Cypher. That'll probably tell you everything you need to know. But yeah, it is forever. You get, I think it is, or is it just 12 months? Maybe there isn't a forever package. And now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I think you can message him on Discord, and he might be able to give you one if you sign up for a lower package. He'll give you a price for that, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, the point here is what is Howdo? What is Hyper? You guys know we are advisors for Hyper and SoMe. These are both two decentralized social media blockchains, and we hate censorship on this channel. We want everyone from every way of life to be able to feel like, now, obviously, if something is like a blatant crime, like, we don't want like these crazy groups that are into weird stuff, like totally obvious crime stuff. No, we don't want that. But outside of that, if it's a viewpoint on something, people should be able to express their opinion about it. And they shouldn't feel like their opinion's not going to get heard because they're one opinion, while another place, their opinion gets heard because they line up with the company line or company best business practice of Facebook or whatever it is. And so we believe that decentralized social media is the future. Is it going to take a while to take off? Yes. I had a very interesting phone call yesterday with someone talking about these decentralized exchanges. And it really made me realize that right now, there is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, I think, with a lot of these people that have been canceled or removed from social media or whatever the case may be. And they're starting to look at these things. And I believe that with the marketing push that Hyper is going on right now, we looked at the roadmap for February. We know the roadmap is great. I think Hyper has got a great chance. It's down a little bit. You guys can see the price here. It is down. It was over a nickel. It's now under a nickel. I thought it was a good buy on KuCoin, and so we went and jumped into it. Palani Fernandez says, would love to get a pic with me in Vegas. We will be at the Venetian, or staying on the Palazzo side, I believe. So if you guys want to come act like paparazzi and snap pics, I mean, I'll be for it. I'll be for it, not against it. Do you think that's a good thing, TJ? We should take pictures with people?
Yeah, I mean, we should get together with anybody who wants to meet up.
Okay, only one rule, though, guys. Only one rule. If you take a picture with me, you have to also take one with TJ.
Why is that a rule?
Well, you've been chasing my clout and everything else. Might as well let you live the paparazzi life for a minute.
I don't think that's the life. I think that's the life you're looking forward to.
Me, no.
Yeah,
No.
I know.
No,
I know you don't really like attention.
I'm mean to people when they come up to me in public. I'm like, no, get out of my face.
Yeah, right.
I ain't got time for you. Here, let me sign that. I'm just kidding. I've never made an autograph. I would never do that.
Have you not really ever signed anything?
No, that's ridiculous. If somebody asked me to, I would laugh and probably do it. But like, I would feel like that's really pretentious. Like, you want me to sign something? Like, how stupid is that? I'm freaking Ben from BitBoy Crypto. Like, I'm the most famous collector at a Beanie Baby conference right now. That's about my equivalent.
I think selfies today are the equivalent of getting an autograph back in the day. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It really is. That's true. So Encrypted Broker says Hive is the best decentralized media protocol available right now. Probably available right now. Yeah, I don't think I think anything spurring off of the Steam blockchain is not ultimately going to end up being the number one social media blockchain for long term. So I don't think it. That's why SoMe and Hyper are not fully launched yet. I think, but they're both good buys right now, and I think they're long-term holds. There's a reason why we line up with these companies. It's not because what they have out right now is the end-all, be-all, greatest thing they've ever seen. It's the goals they're working towards, and they have to do it in a way that's smart and will last. So, someone said, Ben, should I put $170 on VeChain or Front? What do you think? The thing is, right now, Frontier is having a little bit of a retracement. You see the chart, guys. You see what it's doing. Guys, don't FOMO into stuff real bad, please. If something's up 200%, it's probably not the best time to get in it. You guys just remember that. May not be the best time to sell, but definitely not the best time to get in it. It's holding pretty tough up here, in between $4 and $5. VeChain, a lot of people are saying it is about to have a big breakout. Right now, it's coming in at number 25. It's up 6% right now. Look at the 30-day for it. It's kind of at the top of a resistance channel, so it's either going to break out and break up and blast off like Chainlink did, or it's either going to bounce back down to the bottom of that channel. So I'd say they're both pretty good. I'd say it'd be hard to pick right now. It depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about for the next month, probably a toss-up. If you're talking about for the next 3 months, anything with a lower market cap is going to have a higher potential when you look at the partners that Frontier has. Guys, it's going to end up on Coinbase. Coinbase is a backer and a partner. It's going to end up on Coinbase. It's already on Binance. It's already on KuCoin, and you haven't even heard of it until I exposed it. Think about that. Okay. All right, so last thing I want to talk about here is crypto timelines. And this is what I want to say. We talked a lot about my Valentine's Day prediction that did not come true. We talked a lot about my predictions that did come true, obviously, such as the Bitcoin all-time high, first Ethereum all-time high. This one did not happen. Now, we think from our video last night that we isolated some reasons for that. I do not believe that it was just Ethereum just was struggling. That was not it. There was something happening. The institutional money was pushing it down, and now I do believe that it is going to be free to break out and do what it's going to do. Just a quick glance on how it's doing right now real quick. Okay, pretty good. It is now at 1923, so it's doing pretty well like I expected. But you had to think of things in ranges, okay? Bitcoin and Ethereum and these other coins, they're not necessarily going to perform exactly how you think they're going to in a day-to-day world. Now, if we go to Google and we look at, let's see, expectations meme, I think this is a really great example of, let's see if I can find it. Do you know the one I'm talking about, TJ?
The expectations versus reality?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, expectations versus reality. God, we're so in the zone here.
There's a lot of them, though.
Golly, where is it? It's the map. It's the obstacle course.
Just type map or course.
Map or course? Let me try it. Map? We've really botched this up, guys. I thought it'd be really easy to find, but it wasn't. But this is one thing that really does show it pretty well here, is this right here. And let me glance down here and see if I can find it. I cannot find it. It is not on here. Right. So if you look at this picture right here, right, this really is how cryptocurrency is. We have these expectations of, you can stake Frontier on BitMax. That's very interesting. Okay, so in Cody, you can email office@bitboycrypto.com. But we can't get to every question. So we got a lot. We're getting 100 emails a day right now, just from people with questions, and that's not counting other platforms. So if you look at this right here and you say, okay, we had this prediction over here that Ethereum was going to get to 2,500 by Valentine's Day. We got to Valentine's Day, it didn't happen, right? But what you got to realize is there's twists and turns all along the way. There's always going to be twists and turns in the world of crypto. we still believe Ethereum is going to $2,500, $3,000, right? It may take us a little longer to get there. But all that's going to happen is when we start to approach those numbers, we're going to get higher pops. When things get manipulated and held back, look at what happened with Bitcoin. F2 pool was dumping the F out of it for weeks and weeks. George from Cryptos R Us pointed it out. We took it, we ran with it. We've been showing you guys that chart over and over and over again, and now we've discovered what they were doing with Ethereum. But what they were doing with Bitcoin specifically, what happened when they stopped? Look at the gigantic, massive move. It's moved like $23,000 since we started pointing this out. It was at $29,000 or $30,000, I think. Maybe it was at $32,000. It's definitely gone up over $20,000 since we made that video. Why? Because price suppression is just that. It's suppression. It's trying to push it down. And the harder you push it down, the more force it's going to blast through with. And that's what we've seen with Bitcoin. The Elon pump. Yes, the Elon pump was real, but if you watch Crypto Face's channel, he told you that whole weekend it was about to erupt. There was a certain percentage of that move on Super Bowl weekend that was strictly Elon tweeting about Bitcoin. But it was a lot of fundamentals and technicals combined that led it to that place of explosion. And when it ripped, it ripped. And we believe we are going to see that same thing with Ethereum. You cannot look at it. That's why we told you guys when we made our Bitcoin predictions last year. Give or take a week. Give or take however long. Give or take a month sometimes. But these price points and these price targets are accurate. It's only a matter of how long it's going to take it to get there. And if somewhere along that ride you pull out, everyone that you sell, someone else, a bigger, stronger hand, is scooping in and buying. And the institutional demand for Ethereum has literally never been higher. That's a direct quote from Meltem Demirs from CoinShares, the CISO, Chief Strategy Officer. She literally said it's never been higher. They've never seen anything like it is right now. Now that the cover is blown, you can expect that thing to rip. And we have no idea right now where it's going to be by the end of this week, but we do know that in the next 2 weeks, you can expect this thing to finally start blowing through those targets that we've had all month. So you guys make sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Ethereum. Where is this thing going? That's all I got. Be blessed. Way out.